We have every reason to believe that this monster will show up again tonight.
Christmas, laddie.
Cheerio, brother. Love water.
Merry Christmas, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am KH.
And I'm Ash.
And yeah, we're back, and it's Christmas. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about a movie, a very cool movie that I've wanted to talk about here on the channel for a long time. Just haven't had the chance until now. And also, it's a movie that is nice to talk about in December because it falls maybe kinda into the is it a Christmas movie or not category. Stay tuned to find out. Okay, Ash, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about The Wolf of Snow Hollow, which is a movie that follows the life of Officer John Marshall, who is an ex-alcoholic, and he's struggling with a lot of things in his life, like his ailing father, that's the sheriff of the town, his divorced wife and the daughter, which he's trying to help out raising, but the wife doesn't like him.
She's probably a little bit difficult with him and problematic.
Yeah. And there's a murder case going on, and December and Christmas is close. Yeah. And it's hectic times, stressful times, and you can tell that he deteriorates over the course of the movie.
And a lot of pressure on him with the whole murder case.
Definitely.
As well. Especially since it's a small town. Everyone's talking, everybody knows everybody.
And they're getting no help from the government or the higher-ups.
Yeah, they're kind of isolated in this whole incident.
I'm John, I'm an alcoholic. I've been in the program now for 6 years. Sober for 3.
This is scary. It's new. I never saw a body like that.
There's going to be a lot of late nights and overtime because of the brutal murder that happened in town, and I didn't want to set up expectations that I can't keep.
Our expectations of you are very low.
Okay, so yeah, well put. It's a strange movie also because it's kind of a horror movie. It's a crime mystery movie, but it's also sort of a dark comedy. Before we continue, would you recommend this movie?
I definitely recommend this movie. If you like that old school horror, that it's not about jump scares. It's about the whole mental idea that scares you. Definitely watch this. Yeah, I recommend it.
I would also 100% recommend this movie. I've seen it a lot of times. And every time I see it, I just find something else I didn't notice the time before. And I've enjoyed rewatching it again and again and again. And I just don't grow tired of this movie. It's one of those movies that stick with you for a long time.
And that's one of the things I really liked about it was that I want to watch it again. It has quite the rewatchable value. A lot of movies, you watch them once, it's like amazing, but there's no point in watching it again. But this one, I want to watch again and discover more details.
It's very well crafted, and it's got a lot of details that you might not notice the first time around.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's just move on a little bit. Who do we have in this movie?
So, starting off with the director, writer, main actor, producer Jim Cummings. He's playing John Marshall, the main protagonist, I'd say.
He's written the movie, directed it, produced it, and he's like an indie director. This is his second movie. And funny thing, in his first movie, Thunder Road, he also plays a struggling police officer who's having a mental breakdown and struggling with different things. Yeah, so I don't know if this is his thing or not.
It might be he's a one-trick pony, or maybe he just likes struggling officers.
Yeah, but he does a great job in that movie as well.
Then you have Robert Foster, which plays Sheriff.
I don't remember his name.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he
He's
plays
the sheriff of the town, and he's the father of John. And he's ailing, but he wants to keep this facade of being this great leader. A lot of the townspeople trust him. All the other cops, deputies trust him. So he has a lot of respect in the town. And John has to struggle with helping his dad keeping this facade.
Yeah.
Team is with you. They got no dog in this fight. You want leadership? Lead.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And this was Robert Forster's last movie as well. He passed, I think, almost towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, according to Wikipedia, they just finished the movie around the time he passed.
Yeah, okay.
So maybe he got to see it.
Hopefully. He's great in this movie, and this is the kind of role I've seen him in before, like the old wise sheriff kind of character.
Definitely. And then you have I want to call her female lead or second lead. She's really good in this movie.
Deputy
Julia Robson, played by Lindholm.
Yeah, what was her first name?
Ricky Lindholm. A bit odd name, but that is like the Norwegian name, Rikke.
Maybe.
So she plays this, the only other useful deputy or officer in the movie, and she's good at solving things. She's pretty smart, and unlike John, I would say she's mentally stable. So she's probably not as experienced as him, but her calm gives her an edge in a sort of way.
Hey, can you hang on just a second? This is the job. And it sucks. Often. But you're gonna lose a lot more than that if you don't start focusing on the important stuff. You wanna be sheriff? How about we start acting like one?
So those three, I would say, drive the whole movie.
Yeah, but then you also have a lot of interesting side characters in the movie. But these are the interesting ones that are worth mentioning, like when it comes to the cast and the actors. But there are a lot of, you remember almost everyone you meet in this movie.
Yeah.
So you also have some of the other officers.
The one superstitious one, he's the best.
Yeah, you have one of them who's always coming up with, okay, so the murders happen. We're going to try to keep the first half of this movie spoiler-free to a degree, but there's going to be some things we just have to try to go into a little bit.
We should probably give him a heads up. It's practically impossible not to spoil this movie. So we're going to do our best, but if you want to watch this pure, just stop watching us now.
The title of the movie is Wolf of Snow Hollow. So and the murders happen every time there's a full moon. So take that as you will. But so John is a very, practical man, and he doesn't believe in anything supernatural. But then you have these superstitious colleagues he has that are like thinking this is a werewolf, and this is something like that they talk a lot about in the movie.
But there's a lot of leads to it actually being a werewolf, because just after the first victim, a lot of body parts are missing. And if you look into werewolf lore, they always take the heart. And a lot of wolves do the same things. They often take the organs. So
there's a lot that hints that it's a werewolf. But that's the funny thing with the movie, is that that one character just is straight out like denying it that there's anything supernatural, and like werewolves, they don't exist.
Yeah, John is completely denying it. Then you
Yeah.
have the other guy who's just completely convinced that it has
And this
to be
becomes
a werewolf.
really interesting when you watch the movie, because you also, as a viewer, are like, but then again, like things happen.
Yeah. But there's a lot of other signs, because you get the forensics reports. So this is a remote town, so you're not getting any help from the state, from the FBI, but the forensics is sending back reports just saying it's a wild animal, it's a wild animal, it's a wolf. And this strengthens the mystique or myth around this wolf.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously something weird about it.
Absolutely.
Spans of the bites are gigantic, same as the distance of the paw prints.
It's a wolf. Or maybe it's a werewolf.
No, let me just make this perfectly clear. There is no such thing as werewolves.
Okay, so when you watched the movie, did you feel like like a lot of times you can guess what the plot is or what's going to happen? I felt this was one of those movies when I watched it the first time, I had like a lot of theories going on in my mind. One of them being maybe even the main character being the werewolf killer. I'm not saying if it's true or not, but like I had so many ideas of what it could be. And the movie's good at that because it gives you a lot of red herrings.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of red herrings and it sets you on wild courses everywhere.
But a lot of those even theories, some of them do make sense.
Yeah. So to answer your question, no, I did not guess who the killer was. Not at all. I actually was
and that's good.
Goose chase.
Yeah.
Wild goose chase. But also kind of like the character, he's denying it completely being a werewolf, but he starts kind of looking into it if there's a chance, if there's a possibility. I started off denying it being a werewolf, but honestly, the closer I got to the end, the more certain I was that it was a werewolf.
And there are other themes in the movie that make it stand out. Like you have the thing with the murders and werewolf or killer or whatever. You also have, like, as a parallel to that, you have the main character almost turning into a monster himself with the way he behaves, the way he loses control, the way he talks to his colleagues and people around him, and how he's like breaking under pressure.
Yeah, and he's firing people left and right.
Yeah, so that was also very interesting, and you have really good characters in the movie.
There's definitely a parallel between him and the monster, as he is mentally becoming a monster as well, returning to his alcoholism and...
Spoilers!
Yeah, but we just said in the beginning he's an ex-alcoholic. Obviously, that's going to be relevant.
Yeah. True. I guess it's in the cards, but like...
John, if he's going to pull Prince off of a deer carcass, he's not going to leave him here.
Do your job! Do your job! I am begging you! You have anything else you need to do today? No? Good! Do your job! It's like kindergarten. That is your job. That is your job. Your job is to find the suspects.
God, we thank thee for the life that you give us. It is full of work, responsibility, and joy.
So it's not easy to guess who the killer is, but when I've rewatched the movie, I mean, you do get a lot of signs, or there are things you can pick up on.
Definitely. Looking back, I can see a lot of hints to who the killer was. But returning to your Tyler Durden theory, he is kind of mentally unstable. The very first scene of the movie, he's hearing sounds, which is kind of a giveaway to whether some of the things you see, are they real or are they just in his head?
And yeah, absolutely. And director Jim Cummings is also a big fan of David Fincher. That's important to bring up. So the movie, I mean, takes some nods from movies like Seven and Zodiac, and a little bit. And it's like it's winter, it's isolated, there's snow, and you have this. You have the police trying to solve this case. So it may be a little bit of Fargo as well in there, and it's just a very well put together, well written, very good movie. Yeah, competent movie. But you do notice some things that, I mean, like you can tell maybe that it's Jim Cummings' second movie.
Maybe, but the thing is, I kind of like it that it's that raw. It feels more real and natural.
It has that indie feeling.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the way they talk doesn't feel like actors. It feels like human beings.
Yeah, and it's very down to earth in those ways. I agree. So yeah, there's that. Anything else you want to talk about? Should we go into spoilers, or should we just keep it spoiler free?
No. We should go into spoilers, some of it at least, because we should talk about the murders and the attempted murders and all that.
Okay, so this is your spoiler warning, guys. If you've watched so far, go watch the movie because it's awesome.
Yeah,
and then come back and see the rest of the review. All right, let's jump into spoilers.
Okay, let's start with the first movie.
First movie?
Nice, first murder.
Talking about Thunder Road now?
No.
Okay.
So, the first murder is basically, I actually got a bit of an Evil Dead vibe when they came to that cabin and all that. And there's obviously something wrong with the cabin, but you can't tell exactly what.
It's dark.
It's dark.
And then there's nothing, like no knives, no sharp objects. And he's trying to open, I don't know if it's a bottle of wine or what
he
he's
uses
opening.
chopsticks. I like that trick.
So there's that part.
And his wife is just going out for some air, and there's some sounds. And by the time, it could not have been many minutes by the time he got out.
Nope.
And her body was torn apart, and half of her body parts were missing. Like, it was insane. And you can just tell it from the way that when the cops get there, the forensics people, they're all shocked. They're all puking. The sheriff isn't really handling it too well at all. So I'm not going to say it's supernatural or not, but there is something pretty crazy about it.
Yeah, the murders are pretty brutal. And as they say, like, it looks as if it was done by a big wild animal. Yeah,
and they say things like the teeth marks look like a wolf, but as if it was as the size of a bear, which is like, what could that be?
Yeah. And okay, so kind of spoilers then. We'll go like semi-spoilers.
Semi-spoilers.
Try to keep the spoilers spoiler-free. What's really cool is just like the way they shoot some of the scenes. You almost get the murder and the detectives coming to the scene simultaneously.
Yeah.
And then you have the second murder. You've seen the body, and John comes and looks at the body like, oh my god, like, ah.
Yeah.
And then we get to see like what really happened. And in the second murder, when you get to see
the snowboard lady and
but that's not what you get to see the wolf.
Yeah, but you don't get to see it as proper.
No, but like I was not expecting to see anything. I was expecting just this to be like, okay, towards the end of the movie we'll see whatever it is, but then you see him like stand up like
humongous, and like the second victim wasn't a person you would think was completely useless, but her resistance was just futile. Not a chance.
And and this also brings me to the third murder. When we're talking about brutal, the third murder is a mother and a small child.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah. Yeah.
They confirm it in a comment later at the forensics. Yeah.
And that's so messed up.
Which again, Is it a beast? Is it a human being? What kind of human being would do that then? Like, the further you get into the movie, the more you're convinced that this has to be some kind of beast, because a part of you doesn't want to accept that whether a human being could do that. It's just amazing.
It's pretty nasty. But also, as a lot of these movies, once you kind of figure things out, there are a lot of hints, a lot of good hints all along. But again, I didn't pick up on it the first time either. And that is, in my opinion, really, that makes it a good movie.
Good writing. Also, the fact that he picked, like, wolf is brilliant, because if you think about werewolf mythology, they're also human. So
it's a transformation thing. They turn into a monster. And the parallel again to the main character.
No, but I'm not only thinking of that. I'm thinking of you can still keep that detective story. You're looking for a human being.
And it is a human being, but they might be a werewolf.
So the super natural can coexist with the detective story. And that makes it great.
Absolutely. And again, like the way the movie is shot, some of the scenes, some of those almost like there are a lot of cool scenes. Also, like the way he keeps looking towards that
where he has his stash.
And I'm like, what is that? Why are they zooming in on that? But like everything makes sense, and everything in the movie makes sense after a while. And you understand why he's such a broken human being and has so many issues, because he was raised as an orphan. And when you meet his ex-wife, that's constantly like criticizing him with all that going on.
She was a horrible human being. Much worse than him.
And then you have his daughter also kind of being sick and tired of being around both the mother and him, and is looking forward to get away from them both.
But the first time you meet her, you get the sense of feeling that she kind of likes him.
She loves her dad, but like she's sick and tired of this whole situation.
But I think it's also that you see the development of the movie where he is deteriorating and it's affecting her.
Absolutely.
By that almost last scene where they're having that fight, and they're both like,
and there's some really cool action scenes in the movie as well. One that stands out is just a detail, but the way when the wolf creature is almost about to kill his daughter, and he comes with a car and just slides and just shoots through the window with the shotgun.
That was my favorite.
Such a cool scene.
Yeah, that was such Schwarzenegger on a motorbike almost.
In a very grounded movie. So it kind of, it makes an impression.
But it also gives you a very important detail. John Marshall is a badass. He might have all of these problems, but he's unafraid of everything.
And he's doing an impossible job that no one else would be able to do.
And that's the difference, like, because you have Ricky Lindholm.
But she's the smart one. She's the deductive one. She's the one who actually figures out what's going on.
She's more deductive than him, but he's also quite deductive. There's not much of a difference there, but she's stable, but he's the braver one. So they have like both each of their strengths. The way he just comes out of the car and just goes after the wolf. But
also the way he treats other people is not okay.
Yeah, and she knows how to treat other people.
She's a way better officer and way better... She's better sheriff material.
She's more like his dad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, okay, so these are some of the spoilers. There are things we could talk about, but I think if we don't, it's maybe better. Anything you specifically want to bring up?
The ending is amazing. Just watch it. Go and watch this movie. It's freaking good.
Yeah. So, did we land on whether this is a Christmas movie or not?
Oh, yeah, we should
actually
debate
forgot
that.
about
We haven't talked about that at all.
So, welcome back, everyone. Should make a timestamp or something that says spoilers. And okay, so this starts before the holidays, but ends around New Year.
Yeah.
And you do get to see, you hear Christmas music.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of the criterias that we put up when we were like discussing what a movie needs in order to be a Christmas movie or not. What would you say of like whether Wolf of Snow Hollow is a Christmas movie or not?
Let's just go through things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as you said, there's 3 victims, so it starts 3 months before December, or at least October.
Yeah.
So it's
a Halloween movie.
it's a Halloween movie, and it has a wolf in it, possibly.
Mm.
So it starts in October, so you have the winter period, or it's the beginning of winter, and it goes all the way to December. So it does have the right months.
Mm.
It has a lot of snow in it, but it's Snow Hollow, so it might just be snow there all
year round.
Yeah, so who knows? It barely has ornaments in it.
Yeah. I didn't notice until I started looking for them in every scene.
And it does barely have the Christmas music in it. I mean, it is there. I noticed it. But if you're not savvy and you're not listening for it, you wouldn't necessarily notice.
Up until the last scene.
Yeah.
But this is also funny. Like, okay, you get the hints of who the murderer is, but you also get more and more hints of Christmas.
Yeah.
The further you get into the movie. And when it all crashes and like when it all comes together to almost becoming a Christmas movie towards that last final act of the movie.
Definitely. Definitely. And that last song, you have it in the beginning. O Helga Natt, or what's it in English?
You
Holy
have
Night.
Holy Night, but then it also goes in. You also have another Christmas song, the one you like so much.
Which one was it? Drummer Boy?
No. The other one.
The other one. Oh. I think I know which one you mean, but not the Drummer Boy, but the other one.
There are 2 Christmas songs, actually, all in the same scene, because it goes into the next song.
Oh, cool.
That doesn't matter.
But one of the reasons that it becomes more Christmassy is also because you lapse through the months.
Something Gentleman.
Yeah, Little Merry Gentleman.
Yeah, what's the name of that song?
I don't know. Something Merry Gentleman.
We're going to be ridiculed for this.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So it has the elements, but I personally don't think this is a Christmas movie, and there's one specific reason for that. You could take the Christmas out of this, and it's still the same movie. No one even says Merry Christmas in it, as far as I
might say Happy New Year.
Maybe, but also the very end.
You were past.
You're somewhere around spring, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
So in other
there's a time
movies,
jump maybe with 6 months there.
In other movies, you end on Christmas or you end on New Year, but
the case is solved on New Year's Eve,
basically. What do you think? Do you think it's a Christmas movie?
I mean, I would personally say no. Christmas is there. You have Christmas as a back piece towards the end of the movie, and you have Christmas music, you have snow, but it's not relevant for the story, as you say. And it's like, do you consider Rambo a Christmas movie? If you consider Rambo a Christmas movie, yeah, maybe. Is Invasion USA a Christmas movie? If that is a Christmas movie on your list, then maybe Wolf of Snow Hollow is as well.
But for sure, go to watch it during Christmas.
Yeah, it's a nice movie to watch during Christmas because it's winter and there's snow and stuff, and it ends on New Year's Eve. So it's one of those, maybe it's not a Christmas movie, but you can have it like a holiday movie or a Christmas watch. You can put it on your Christmas watch list if you need other movies to watch during Christmas.
There's one more thing. This is not in you and Paul's list, but it gives you the Christmas isolation feeling.
Yeah.
Especially in the northern parts of Norway, where you're kind of stuck inside.
Yeah. If you're living in
a remote place.
Yeah. It captures that pretty good. All right, so this video is probably longer than we were planning to. So let's
Rate it?
rate it.
Okay. Should I start?
Yeah.
So based on pure quality, I would say like 8.5 out of 10. Like if you take all the technical parts, the story and all that. But the fact that I want to watch it again, and I probably want to watch it a few times again, that makes it like 9 out of 10 for me. That doesn't mean the movie is a 9 out of 10, but for me it is.
All right. I really love this movie, and I've seen it. I think I've seen it at least 10 times now. And the runtime is just like 1 hour and 25 minutes or something. But you, in that short amount of time, you get so much character development. You have so much stuff going on, but not too much. You get to get familiar with everything going on, and it's just so well written, well done, and I really enjoy Jim Cummings' directing and his acting. He's a very charismatic actor, and I love the humor. I love the way they approach this horror crime genre, werewolf genre, where you've seen so many werewolf movies. And I would think you can't do all that much new with this genre. And I still felt The Wolf of Snow Hollow was something new, fresh, and original. So I think I would probably also give it maybe somewhere between... It'll be an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Personally, I just loved it. But there are some things, of course, that you can see maybe that this is a director that's an indie director and haven't done that many movies. It's based on your criteria. If you're comparing it up to a big Hollywood production like Seven, it's probably not gonna compare. But I love these kind of movies, so it had a lot of appeal to me.
But also, when I rated, I put that into account that it's an indie movie.
Yeah, so 8, 9 for me as well, somewhere between those.
So
2 thumbs up.
Fun fact: up till now, my favorite werewolf movie was probably Dark Soldiers.
Now you have something better, or at least up there along with Dark Soldiers. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have you watched The Wolf of Snow Hollow? Did you guess who the killer is?
Yeah.
And did you like the movie? Let us know in the comments. Yeah. All right. Take care. See you next time.
Merry Christmas.
Shakakapow.
You know what? I'm having one of these. Want one?
Nah. I'm going home.
Okay. See ya some other time.
And I have this as well.
Okay. Enjoy.
Thanks, dude. Happy holidays.
Happy? Why would you say that? Merry Christmas.